A sister of ours posted a video on TikTok, and I decided to, copy and then paste here so that anybody who hasn't had a feel of what she said in her videos can have a feel of it here. Now, today I'm not going to use my mouth talk. Like, I'm not the one who is going to advise you on how to move to the UAE, but our sister's experience is going to tell us a lot about what really happened when she came to the UAE, her experience here, and then how she got herself out of the situation and went back to Ghana. Okay, so just stay tuned and then watch to the end.
Before you pack your bags to travel anywhere, be it for school, vacation, or business, please read about the place, do your research, find out what to expect, and prepare yourself accordingly. Last year by this time, I was so excited when I received my visa to travel to United Arab Emirates. Dubai, to be specific. There was a job opportunity, or so I was told. Me thinking that, okay, I'm going to be away for a long time. I'm going to start my life abroad afresh. I sold some of my stuff. I dashed some of my stuff away. I literally cleared my stuff away because I did not think I was going to return anytime soon. Clueless of the twists and turns, the trials and tribulations that awaited me in Dubai. Guys, this is my story. And this story is not to scare you, but it's to inform you and warn you not to make the same mistakes that I made. Going to work in Dubai wasn't part of the original plan. Now, the original plan was to go to France to pursue my master's in applied corporate management at IAE Nancy School of Management, Université de Lorraine. If you paused to read, you'll see that the school fees was at 3,770 euros plus an extra 100 euros for student dues. So that would be like 3,870 euros in all. I could not afford this, which is what motivated me to consider the option of working elsewhere to gather money to go back to school. And so when the opportunity came to travel to Dubai to go work, I jumped at it. Also because it was coming from someone I trusted. They vouched for this travel agency whom they had been working with, and they trusted them. So I was like, okay, if you trust them, then I'm also going to bank on that. So I went to this travel agent's office and he was briefing me of what I need to prepare. So he told me I needed a passport picture and then a copy of my passport. So I thought maybe I'll need my certificates, I'll need other documents and all that. But he said these are all I'll need. So I'm like, okay. I was like, so what jobs are available? Then he said, oh, there's receptionist, there's teaching, there's waitress, there's cleaning. And I was like, okay, these are not bad. I don't mind starting from these jobs. I could always upgrade. So far as I enter and then there's a job and there's a pay, I'm okay. What I did not really scrutinize was the process, the recruitment process. I don't know, maybe I was just desperate because the guy would tell me that, oh, I will be interviewed when I get there. You know, the jobs are already available. All I have to do is to present my CV when I go there and then I will choose, or they will place me. So it was as if he was going to hand me over to a recruitment agency as soon as I land, and then they would continue the process from there. For some reason, I bought that. So after submitting my passport and all that, within a few weeks, like 2 weeks, my visa was ready. I was like, oh my God, that was so quick. I was not even prepared. I have not even gathered money. Like, okay, so then I had to quickly gather money. Okay. I had to borrow money that they had given me to pay for my rent. I had to add it. Like, I had to just find the money because the visa is here. I couldn't miss that opportunity, right? But then I realized that the visa was tourist visa. This guy told me that when I get there and I get the job, they were going to change my visa to work visa. I bought it. I was like, let me just enter first, right? The day of travel comes. I'm super excited. Hey, Charlie, it's about to go down. I envisioned my future. I had plans. I dreamed. Like, I was like, this is going to be it. I'm going to start all over again and I'm going to make it. Things begin to take a wrong turn, even on the plane. I don't know whether it was the food. I don't know what it was. I started feeling feverish. I started feeling light. I was about to pass out. They had to take me to the back of the plane. I couldn't sit well. I couldn't sit straight. I was losing consciousness. But that's besides the point. Finally, I land. And they were supposed to come pick me up at the airport. Another red flag. They did not come. Here I was at Dubai airport, very confused, very stranded, and I'm thinking, oh my god, this could not be happening. I'm not about to be stranded here. All sorts of ideas were going through my head because I'm like, what the hell? What am I doing? What? So before I got to this place, remember I was at the airport waiting for the agents in Dubai to come pick me up, and there was no show. So I called a guy back in Accra that, hey, I'm here, but it's like no one is coming to pick me. What do I do? I'm a little stranded. And he says, oh, I should just keep calling because he's in Accra. He can't help me now because I'm already in Dubai. And it's the guy who's supposed to, he has done everything. He has paid everything to the guy. The guy is supposed to look for an accommodation for me and get a job for me. Charlie, it was at this point that I realized that I had fucked up. I was already regretting, but it was kind of too late for that. So finally, the guy reached out and he's like, I should pick a taxi and tell the driver I'm coming to Sharjah. Those who know UAE know that Sharjah is a different state. So I'm thinking, what business do I have in Sharjah? You people were supposed to find me a job in Dubai. So why am I picking a taxi to Sharjah? No problem. At this point, I've already fucked up. So I'm like, it is what it is. I don't have the time to regret or even blame anybody. So I picked the taxi to Sharjah. This other guy comes to pick me up and then he takes me to the apartment. So in my head, I'm thinking, oh, okay, this is the apartment they are going to lodge me in before I prepare for my new job the next day or the next week even. I get to this apartment. It looks like it's like all boys lodging there, like boys, like one big room. And then it's like there's a lot of boys there. I felt very, very uncomfortable. So they had to bring me back to Dubai that same night. Back to Dubai and find me a different accommodation, which was what we are looking at right now, a bed space. So in Dubai we have bed space, we have partition and studio. So this is like the lowest of apartment. This is the cheapest, which was like 700 dirham at the time, which is almost like 2k. Even at the time when the dollar was almost 16 cedis, it was almost 3k. And I had to accept my fate. I'm like, oh my god, I'm sleeping here. And remember, it's bank bed. There are two people on top of me. These two people are men. I don't know them, and it's like we had to squeeze ourselves in there. Absolutely nothing prepared me for this. So I called the agent back in Accra that, hey, look, this is where the guy has brought me. Was this part of the plan? Or wait, so you say you've paid him the money to get me to a place, then the next day I go for my interview, and then I go to my new job. Like, but looking at how things are going, what is going on? Because guys, look at the bathroom. Look at where I have to ease myself. And this I'm sharing with about like 30 other people. We are a lot in the apartment. The place is just stuffy, cockroaches, bed bugs. I just lay there. I'm like, what the fuck have I gotten myself into? This guy is giving me excuses. Oh, he didn't know it's going to be like that. He has paid the guy money. He's supposed to take me to a good place, a better place. I shouldn't worry. I should just endure. It's not going to be like that. People come and they start small. It's going to be better. It's going to be upgraded. I should just be patient for like a week. So I have to squeeze myself in bed bugs and cockroaches for a week. And it wasn't as if that was enough. Now, the next day, I have to now be looking for a job. I guess I was lucky because the guy was also trying his best to help me find a job. So then even that evening, we had to go and print a CV. So I realized that he was making me print CVs of different jobs. So it was as if there was no actually a job anywhere. I was now going to look and find a job for myself. So this is what they do. They get you a tourist visa with the hope that within your stay there as a tourist, you find a job. Hello? This is how they risk people's lives. This is how they put people's lives in jeopardy. Like they give you a tourist visa with a guarantee that, when we get there, you have a page, mama, you get a job. It's just based on hope. They are just hoping that within those 2 months or 60 days, you find a job. And people do find a job, but I guarantee you it's just about 20% of the people. A majority of the people do overstay, their visas expire and they don't still have a job, and then they will be stranded. And especially if you're a lady, oh my God, you never want to find yourself in such a position, because if you do, you'll be exploited. You'll be taken advantage of because you overstay, your visa is expired. Someone will be like, oh, come and stay with me. I have accommodation. I have a bed space. I can help you. And guess what? Next thing you realize, he's touching you. And you are most likely not to do anything because you are stranded. You have to pick a struggle. I'm so grateful to God that I never got to that point where I'm at the mercy of a man. I really was lucky, honestly, because most ladies in the UAE get into this trap and there is no way out. They are stuck. I still know people who are still stuck there right now and they don't know how to gather themselves and even come back home because there's shame. They are ashamed. They are broke. They were supposed to come and make money and then they found themselves in this phase. So they give you tourist visa with the hope that you find a job. Sometimes, with my observation, most of the men find jobs quickly, but for the women, here's what I'll say. I don't think the system there is meant for Africans to thrive. I think the system was made perfectly for your labor, and it's unfortunate, and I'll always blame our leaders. If Africa was doing well on her own, none of her children have any business going out there to go get stranded. I searched and searched for like a month. There was no job. In the second month, I got a few jobs that were only commission based. My money had ran out. I couldn't sustain myself on only commission based because there was no basic. I had to quit, and I had to choose whether to return and start all over again, stay and figure it out. I decided to return. Now let's talk about what we need to know, what we need to do before going to the UAE for work. This is my experience, and if you asked me, I will not recommend going to the UAE to look for a job, especially as an African lady. Now, with that being said, if you still want to go, you need to be very clear on why you want to go. After you have established why you want to go, you need to begin to research on how to acquire that visa. Under no circumstance should you apply for a tourist visa with the hope of getting a job before your visa expires. Abort mission. Don't do that. Tourist visa is meant for short stay, 30 to 60 days maximum. It's for vacation. You can literally apply for your visa yourself, or you can do that through a licensed and authorized travel agency, okay, or an approved airline. Easiest and best option, Emirates Airlines, period. A simple Google search could save you a lot of trouble. Just go online and search, how can I get a UAE tourist visa? What are the requirements? And begin to read on it, and you are good to go. Better still, I can recommend a few licensed agencies that can help you or guide you through your application process with the tourist visa. That is for tourism, not for work. Emphasis on tourism. Thank you. Now, for those of you who would want to travel for work, you will need a work visa. Okay, you will need a work visa. Usually it's an employer sponsored visa, because the one that is employing you has to sponsor your visa, and usually is for 2 years, yes, maximum. I think it's renewable every 2 years. That is what we call the direct employment. If your purpose for traveling to the UAE is to seek a job, please, you need direct employment. That is your best bet. The company has to recruit you, interview you, and give you an offer letter before you book your flight. That way, you go straight to the company's accommodation. You are secure. You don't have to now go and be hustling and looking for an accommodation and looking for a job. No, the company have to accept you, give you an offer letter, be like, okay, yes, we are sponsoring you with a work visa to come and work here. Even if an agent is working this for you or acting on behalf of a recruitment company in the UAE, please make sure to ask the right questions. Things that you don't understand. If there are things that are unclear to you, please make it known. Ghanaians have this habit of being afraid to question things because you think being quiet or being silent means you are humble or respectful, and you are afraid that people will say you are rude. Please ask the right questions. Ask the relevant questions. Things that don't make sense to you, please challenge them. This is your life. This is your future. Don't play. Another type of visa that might interest you is the residency visa or the freelance visa. Now, this one is usually for freelancers, people who do remote work, people who have their own stuff going on, and they don't want to be under a sponsored employer. They want to sponsor themselves. So with that one, you can work from anywhere, which means you are not really bound to an office or a specific company. And with this one, you can work with multiple clients. So I'm talking about like creative artists, like hairdressers, stylists. You can set your own schedule. You can choose your own project. Like you can do different jobs. You don't have to have one job, that because you are free to really do whatever you do, and then you get to enjoy the same legal protections and rights of other residents, including access to health insurance, bank accounts, and even driving license. Like that is if you have the freelance. That way you are literally a resident of the UAE and you'll be living as such. Nobody's going to bother you. I think that one is also renewable every 2 years, if not more. I'm not really sure about that, but please do your research with regards to what purpose for which you want to travel. Do your research. If you want to go for vacation, you need tourist visa. If you want to go for work, you need a work visa or the freelance, depending on the kind of work you are going to do there. I really do hope this helps someone out there before they embark on this journey. Now, for those of you who have been asking if I'm back, if I'm okay, yes, I am back in Ghana. I'm okay. I'm working. As you can see on this page, I started my own travel stuff. I'm a travel planner. Right now, I'm doing local tours and trips. You can check the link in my bio and my pinned videos for more. Thank you and bye.
So if you intend to come to the UAE, nobody is stopping you. Means stop you member UAE. UAE is open for all. You can come, job hunt, get yourself a job, and then do whatever you want to come and do here. But for me, so nobody should ask me of a job. I don't have a job for you. You understand? But if in case you are able to get yourself a job that you are coming to do here in the country and you feel like it's okay for you, I hope you've learned your lessons, and I hope you've learned a lot from this video just played to you. Until we meet again, I hope you stay safe, stay out of trouble, and be good. See you on the next one.